I'm Vince Imhoff. I have a nationwide criminal defense law firm, and over the last 15 years, we've represented thousands of people for DUI. Today, I'm going to talk to you about some of the things you can do to make sure that if the police stop you, you can survive that arrest, hopefully without a conviction for DUI. One of the main things you can do is politely refuse to help the police convict you. By that, I mean that you do not have to take tests. You do not have to take the breath test. You don't have to do field sobriety test. What will happen is there will be an automatic suspension of your driver's license, but you will not give the police evidence against you, which is the most important part. So when they ask you if you want to give a breath test, you don't have to say yes. You can say no. If you give a breath test, your lawyer will then have to come in and determine whether or not that test was given to you properly. Was the machine properly calibrated? Was the operator of the machine properly trained? Were they properly certified? Is their certification up to date? Those are all things that can be done to make sure that that test was as accurate as possible. But the best thing that can be done for that is you politely refuse that test, because then there's no need for any of that other litigation. And so you can survive the roadside stop by not performing a breath test. You can also survive the roadside stop by not engaging in any field sobriety tests. That means you don't let the officer judge how well you can touch your finger to your nose, or you don't let the officer judge how well you can walk in a straight line, or you refuse to stand on one foot and turn around, or any of those other gymnastics type physical tests the police officers give on the side of the road. If you do not engage in that, they cannot then come to court and say how you did in those tests. They won't have that. I also recommend that you do not engage in any conversation with the police. Don't tell them about your day. Don't tell them you drank 2 beers that afternoon or that evening and you're just coming back from a friend's birthday party. You just say, I'm sorry, your officer, I'm not going to tell you about my day. And then at that point, you just give them your driver's license and your insurance card and your registration, and they go back to their car. But do not engage them in conversation. Everything you say to the police, they will use to determine whether or not you were slurring in your speech or whether you can formulate a sentence easily. And those things are objective facts they'll come to court with and testify about.